The tiger. Tigers are the largest members of the cat family and are known for their strength, agility, and majestic appearance. They are found in various habitats across Asia, including tropical forests, grasslands, and wetlands. Tigers are solitary animals, and they spend much of their time hunting for prey, which includes deer, wild pigs, and other small mammals. Tigers have a distinctive orange coat with black stripes, and their stripes help them blend in with their surroundings, making them excellent hunters. They have sharp teeth and claws, which they use to kill their prey quickly and efficiently. Despite their impressive physical characteristics, tigers are facing numerous threats to their survival. Habitat loss due to human encroachment, poaching for their skin and body parts, and conflicts with humans are some of the main challenges that tigers face. To address these challenges, there have been efforts to protect tiger populations and their habitats. Conservation organizations are working with local communities to promote sustainable land use practices and prevent poaching. Governments are establishing protected areas and increasing penalties for poaching, and many zoos and breeding centers are working to breed tigers in captivity and release them back into the wild. There are several species of tigers, including the Bengal tiger, the Siberian tiger, the Sumatran tiger, and the Indochinese tiger, among others. Each of these species faces its own unique set of challenges, and efforts to conserve them must take into account their specific needs and habitat requirements. These are the brief information about the tiger. You can continue watching for a detailed encyclopedia about the tiger. In this video, we will discuss subjects such as taxonomy, subspecies, evolution, hybrid, physical characteristics, habitat and range, activities, hunting and diet, reproduction, life cycle, tiger-human relationship, tiger hunting, cultural reference, and the threats. Taxonomy. The word tiger has its roots in ancient Greek and Latin. The Greek word for tiger was tigris, while the Latin word was tigris or tigrinus. Both words were likely borrowed from an earlier, unknown source language. The word Tigris originally referred to the river Tigris, which flows through present-day Iraq. This was likely because the tiger was once found in the region, and the river may have been named after the animal. Over time, the word Tigris came to refer specifically to the animal, and the modern English word tiger ultimately derives from this ancient Greek and Latin word. Interestingly, the word tigris is also related to the Old Persian word tigra, which also meant tiger. This suggests that the word may have been borrowed into Greek and Latin from an even earlier Indo-Iranian source language. The tiger is a fearsome and iconic animal that has played an important role in many cultures and mythologies throughout history. The word tiger itself has a rich etymology that reflects the animal's ancient and widespread cultural significance. Subspecies. There are currently 9 recognized subspecies of tiger, all of which are native to different regions of Asia. The 9 subspecies are Bengal tiger, Indochinese tiger, Malayan tiger, Siberian tiger, South China tiger, Sumatran tiger, Bali tiger, Javan tiger, and Caspian tiger. Each subspecies has distinct physical and behavioral characteristics, shaped by the environment in which they live. The largest subspecies is the Siberian tiger, while the smallest is the Sumatran tiger. The Bengal tiger is the most common subspecies in captivity, and is often featured in zoos and wildlife parks around the world. Unfortunately, many subspecies of tiger are currently endangered or critically endangered due to habitat loss, poaching, and other human activities. Conservation efforts are underway to protect these magnificent animals and their habitats, and to ensure that they continue to thrive for generations to come. Evolution. The evolution of the tiger is a fascinating story that spans millions of years and has been shaped by a range of environmental and biological factors. The earliest known ancestor of the tiger is the Panthera zdansky, which lived in China about 2.2 million years ago during the late Pliocene era. This animal was smaller than modern tigers, but it already had some of the key features that we associate with the tiger today, including a robust skull and powerful jaws. Over time, the tiger continued to evolve and adapt to changing environments. During the Pleistocene era, which began about 2.6 million years ago, the tiger started to expand its range and diversify into different subspecies. By the end of the Pleistocene, there were as many as 9 different subspecies of tiger, including the Bali, Caspian, Javan, and South China tigers. However, many of these subspecies are now extinct or critically endangered due to habitat loss, poaching, and other human activities. Today, there are 6 surviving subspecies of tiger: the Bengal, Indo-Chinese, Malayan, Siberian, South China, and Sumatran tigers. One of the most remarkable adaptations of the tiger is its powerful striped coat, which helps it to blend into its surroundings and ambush prey. The stripes also serve as a form of visual communication between tigers, with each individual having a unique pattern. In recent years, scientists have gained a better understanding of the genetics of the tiger, which has helped to shed light on its evolutionary history. For example, DNA studies have shown that the closest living relative of the tiger is the lion, which diverged from the tiger lineage about 3.7 million years ago. Despite its impressive evolutionary history, the tiger is facing a range of threats that are putting its future at risk. Conservation efforts are underway to protect the remaining subspecies of tiger and their habitats, but much more work is needed to ensure that this majestic animal can continue to evolve and thrive in the wild. Hybrid. Hybrids of tigers, also known as tiger hybrids, are the result of interbreeding between tigers and other big cats. Although tigers are known to be solitary animals, there have been a few documented cases of hybridization with other species. One of the most famous examples of a tiger hybrid is the liger, which is the offspring of a male lion and a female tiger. Ligers are the largest of all big cat hybrids and can grow to be over 10 feet long and weigh more than 1,000 pounds. Ligers are known for their distinctive appearance, which combines the stripes of a tiger with the mane of a lion. Another well-known tiger hybrid is the Taigan, which is the offspring of a male tiger and a female lion. Taigans are smaller than ligers and tend to have more tiger-like features, including stripes and a lighter coat color. There have also been a few documented cases of tigers interbreeding with other big cats, such as leopards and jaguars. These hybrids are extremely rare and are generally less well-known than ligers and taigans. Although tiger hybrids are fascinating from a biological perspective, they are generally not found in the wild. Most hybridization occurs in captivity, either intentionally or accidentally. Some people have attempted to breed hybrids for commercial purposes, such as for display in zoos or for sale as exotic pets. However, there is little scientific evidence to support the idea that hybrids are healthier or more valuable than purebred tigers. Hybridization between species can also have negative consequences, such as genetic abnormalities and reduced fertility. As a result, many conservation organizations discourage the breeding of tiger hybrids and instead focus on protecting and preserving the remaining populations of wild tigers and their habitats. Physical characteristics. Here are some of the physical characteristics that make tigers such remarkable animals. Tigers are the largest members of the cat family, with males weighing up to 600 pounds and females weighing up to 300 pounds. They can grow up to 11 feet long, from nose to tail. Their size and weight make them formidable predators, capable of taking down prey much larger than themselves. Tigers have a short, thick coat that is usually orange or reddish-orange in color. They have black stripes that run vertically across their bodies, and these stripes help them blend into their surroundings when hunting. No two tigers have the same stripe pattern, which means that each tiger is unique. Tigers are known for their distinctive orange coats with black stripes, but there are actually several color variations of tigers that exist in the wild and in captivity. These color variations are the result of genetic mutations and can affect the color and pattern of a tiger's coat. One of the most common color variations of tigers is the white tiger, which is not a separate species, but rather a rare genetic mutation of the Bengal tiger. White tigers have pale white fur and black stripes, and their blue eyes are due to a lack of pigment in the iris. White tigers are very rare in the wild, and most white tigers in captivity are the result of inbreeding. Another rare color variation is the black tiger, which is a melanistic variation of the tiger. Black tigers have black stripes on a dark brown or black background, which can make them difficult to spot in their natural habitat. There have been a few reported sightings of black tigers in the wild, but they are extremely rare. The golden tiger, also known as the strawberry tiger or the tabby tiger, is a color variation that has a golden or reddish-orange coat with lighter stripes. This color variation is thought to be caused by a recessive gene, and only a few golden tigers have been seen in the wild or in captivity. There have also been reports of blue tigers, which have a blue-gray coat with black stripes, and green tigers, which have a greenish tint to their fur. However, these color variations are extremely rare and may not be distinct genetic mutations. It is important to note that color variations do not affect a tiger's behavior or physical abilities. The most important factor for a tiger's survival is the conservation of its natural habitat and protection from poaching and other threats. While color variations may be interesting to observe, it is important to prioritize the conservation of wild tiger populations and their natural diversity. Tigers have a large, broad head with powerful jaws and sharp teeth. They have a distinctive white spot on the back of each ear, which helps to communicate their mood and emotions to other tigers. Their eyes are round and expressive, and they have excellent night vision that helps them hunt in low light conditions. Tigers have powerful legs and large, padded paws that enable them to move quietly and quickly through their environment. Their front paws have retractable claws that are used for catching and killing prey, while their hind legs are used for leaping and sprinting. Tigers are incredibly impressive animals that are perfectly adapted to their environment. Their size, strength, and agility make them one of the most formidable predators in the animal kingdom, and their distinctive appearance and markings make them instantly recognizable. Despite the challenges they face, tigers continue to be a source of wonder and fascination for people all over the world. Habitat and range. Tigers are found in a variety of habitats across Asia, from tropical forests and grasslands to wetlands and mangrove swamps. The exact range and distribution of tigers varies depending on the species and the region, but here are some general characteristics of their habitat and range. Historically, tigers were found throughout much of Asia, from Turkey to eastern Russia and south to Indonesia. Today, however, their range has been greatly reduced due to habitat loss and poaching. Tigers are now found in only 13 countries: Bangladesh, Bhutan, Cambodia, China, India, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Nepal, Russia, Thailand, and Vietnam. Tigers are adaptable animals that can thrive in a variety of habitats, from tropical forests and grasslands to wetlands and mangrove swamps. They require large areas of forest and dense vegetation to hunt and hide, and they are often found near water sources such as rivers and lakes. Some tiger subspecies, such as the Siberian tiger, are adapted to colder climates and can be found in snowy forests. Tigers also require large areas of undisturbed habitat in order to thrive. Human activities such as deforestation, agriculture, and urbanization have greatly reduced the amount of suitable habitat for tigers, leading to population declines in many areas. Conservation efforts are underway to protect and restore tiger habitat, and governments and conservation organizations are working to establish protected areas and wildlife corridors to connect fragmented tiger populations. By protecting and restoring their habitat, we can help ensure that tigers continue to be a part of our planet's rich biodiversity. Activities of tiger. Tigers are primarily solitary animals and do not live in groups like many other large cats. Adult tigers establish and defend their territories, which can range in size from a few square miles to over 100 square miles depending on the availability of prey and other resources. A typical day for a tiger in the wild involves hunting, patrolling its territory, and resting. Tigers are crepuscular, which means they are most active at dawn and dusk, and may hunt throughout the night if prey is abundant. They are opportunistic hunters and will eat a variety of prey, including deer, wild pigs, and even smaller predators such as leopards and jackals. During the day, tigers often rest in shady areas or in water to escape the heat of the sun. They may also mark their territory with urine and scent marks to communicate with other tigers and establish dominance. Tigers are also known to be excellent swimmers and may spend time in rivers or lakes to cool off or hunt fish. They are territorial animals and will defend their territories from other tigers, especially males competing for breeding opportunities. Female tigers are generally more social than males and may form temporary social groups with other females and their offspring. Female tigers typically give birth to litters of 2 to 4 cubs and will raise them on their own. Cubs stay with their mother for about 2 years before becoming independent. Overall, tigers are solitary animals with a daily routine that revolves around hunting, patrolling their territories, and resting. While they may form temporary social groups, they are primarily solitary creatures and spend most of their time alone. Hunting and diet. Tigers are apex predators and are at the top of the food chain in their habitats. They are carnivorous and their diet consists mainly of large ungulates such as deer, wild boar, and buffalo. Tigers are opportunistic hunters and will eat anything from small rodents to large prey, depending on what is available in their habitat. Tigers are solitary hunters and typically hunt at night, although they may also hunt during the day if prey is abundant. They are ambush predators and will stalk their prey before attacking. Tigers are incredibly powerful and can take down prey that is several times their own weight. They use their sharp claws to grab and hold their prey and their powerful jaws to deliver a fatal bite to the neck. Tigers are known for their incredible strength and speed, which allow them to take down large prey. They can run at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour and are capable of leaping distances of up to 20 feet. They also have excellent night vision, which allows them to hunt in the darkness. Tigers are also known for their stealth and ability to blend in with their surroundings. They use their stripes as camouflage to help them sneak up on their prey without being detected. They are also known to be patient hunters and will wait for hours or even days for the right opportunity to strike. While tigers are primarily carnivorous, they may also eat fruit and other plant matter on occasion. Some tigers have also been known to scavenge or steal prey from other predators, such as leopards or hyenas. The hunting and diet of tigers are crucial aspects of their behavior and survival. Their incredible strength, speed, and stealth make them effective hunters and allow them to thrive as apex predators in their habitats. Reproduction. Tigers are solitary animals and only come together for breeding purposes. Males will search for females within their territories, and once they find a suitable mate, they will mate multiple times over a few days. Tiger breeding season varies depending on their habitat and can occur at any time of year. After mating, the female will have a gestation period of about 3.5 months before giving birth to a litter of 2 to 4 cubs. The female will typically give birth in a den, which is usually a sheltered area like a cave or thick vegetation. Tiger cubs are born blind and helpless and rely on their mother for warmth and nourishment. The mother will nurse her cubs for several months before introducing them to solid food. During this time, the mother will remain close to her cubs and will fiercely defend them from any potential threats. Tiger cubs will stay with their mother for about 2 years, during which time they will learn important survival skills like hunting and territory defense. After 2 years, the cubs will become independent and leave their mother to establish their own territories. Tigers reach sexual maturity at around 3 to 4 years of age, although males may not establish their own territories until they are closer to 5 or 6 years old. Tigers can live up to 15 to 20 years in the wild, although their lifespan is typically shorter in captivity. Tiger reproduction is an important part of their life cycle and helps to ensure the continuation of their species. While tigers are solitary animals, they come together for breeding purposes and provide critical care for their cubs during their early development. Life cycle. The life cycle of a tiger can be divided into several stages, including birth, infancy, adolescence, adulthood, and old age. At birth, tiger cubs are born blind and helpless and rely completely on their mother for survival. During the infancy stage, the cubs will remain in the den and nurse from their mother for several months before being introduced to solid food. The mother will provide critical care during this stage, teaching her cubs important survival skills like hunting and territory defense. As the cubs enter the adolescent stage, they will begin to explore their surroundings and learn more advanced hunting techniques. They will stay with their mother for up to 2 years before becoming independent and leaving to establish their own territories. In adulthood, tigers will establish and defend their territories, and may mate and produce offspring. Males and females may come together briefly for breeding purposes, but they are otherwise solitary animals. In old age, tigers may become less active and more vulnerable to disease and injury. They may also experience a decline in their hunting ability, which can make it more difficult for them to secure food and defend their territory. Tigers in the wild may live up to 15 to 20 years, although their lifespan is typically shorter in captivity. Throughout their life cycle, tigers play a critical role in their ecosystem as apex predators. Their hunting and territorial behavior helps to maintain a balance in their habitat, ensuring that prey populations do not become too large and that other predators do not take over their territory. Tiger-human relationship. The relationship between tigers and humans has been complicated throughout history. While tigers are revered as powerful and majestic animals, they have also been feared and persecuted by humans. In many cultures, tigers are seen as symbols of strength, courage, and royalty. They have been featured in art, literature, and mythology for thousands of years. However, tigers have also been hunted for their skins, bones, and other body parts, which are used in traditional medicines and as status symbols. Human-tiger conflict is also a significant issue, particularly in areas where human populations are expanding into tiger habitats. Tigers may prey on livestock, which can lead to conflicts with farmers and ranchers. In some cases, tigers may also attack humans who enter their territory, leading to injuries and fatalities. Conservation efforts have been put in place to protect tigers and their habitats, and there have been some successes in recent years. However, the illegal wildlife trade continues to be a major threat to tiger populations, and habitat loss and fragmentation are ongoing concerns. The relationship between tigers and humans is complex, and efforts are being made to find ways for humans and tigers to coexist peacefully. Education and awareness campaigns are helping to increase understanding of the importance of protecting tigers and their habitats, and conservation organizations are working to develop strategies for reducing human-tiger conflict and preserving tiger populations for future generations. In ancient Roman times, tigers were kept in menageries and amphitheaters to be exhibited, trained, and paraded, and were often provoked to fight gladiators and other exotic beasts. Since the 17th century, tigers, being rare and ferocious, were sought after to keep at European castles as symbols of their owners' power. Tigers became central zoo and circus exhibits in the 18th century. A tiger could cost up to 4,000 francs in France. For comparison, a professor of the Beaux-Arts at Lyons earned only 3,000 francs a year, or up to $3,500 in the United States, where a lion cost no more than $1,000. In 2007, over 4,000 captive tigers lived in China, of which 3,000 were held by about 20 larger facilities, with the rest held by some 200 smaller facilities. In 2011, 468 facilities in the USA kept 2,884 tigers. 19 U.S. states banned private ownership of tigers, 15 require a license, and 16 states have no regulation. Genetic ancestry of 105 captive tigers from 14 countries and regions showed that 49 animals belonged distinctly to 5 subspecies, 52 animals had mixed subspecies origins. Many Siberian tigers in zoos today are actually the result of crosses with Bengal tigers. Tiger hunting. Tiger hunting, both for sport and for commercial purposes, has had a devastating impact on tiger populations around the world. In the past, tigers were hunted for their skins, which were used to make clothing and rugs, and for their bones, which were used in traditional medicines. Tigers were also hunted as trophies by wealthy individuals seeking to demonstrate their status and prowess. Tiger hunting has been illegal in most countries for several decades, and conservation efforts have been put in place to protect remaining tiger populations. However, illegal hunting and poaching continue to be major threats to tiger survival, particularly in countries like India, where tiger habitats are shrinking and human-tiger conflict is on the rise. In addition to the direct impact of hunting, the fear of being hunted has also affected tiger behavior. Tigers may become more elusive and avoid human contact in areas where hunting is known to occur, which can make it more difficult for researchers to study and monitor their behavior. Tiger hunting has had a significant impact on tiger populations, and efforts to protect tigers from hunting and poaching remain a critical component of tiger conservation efforts. While progress has been made in recent years, continued efforts are needed to ensure the survival of this iconic and important species. Cultural reference. Tigers have been an important cultural symbol in many societies throughout history. In many Asian cultures, tigers are revered for their strength, courage, and power, and have been featured in art, literature, and mythology for thousands of years. In Chinese culture, the tiger is one of the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac and is seen as a symbol of bravery, strength, and good luck. Tigers have been featured in Chinese art and literature for centuries and are often depicted alongside dragons and other mythical creatures. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Durga is often depicted riding a tiger, which symbolizes her power and strength. Tigers are also associated with the god Shiva, who is sometimes depicted wearing a tiger skin. In many other cultures, tigers are seen as symbols of royalty and nobility. In European heraldry, tigers are often used as symbols of power and courage, and are featured on coats of arms and other emblems. Tigers have also been a popular subject in modern popular culture, appearing in movies, television shows, and books. From the iconic Tony the Tiger mascot for Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal to the titular character in the book and movie Life of Pi, tigers continue to captivate and inspire people around the world. Despite their cultural significance, tigers remain endangered in many parts of the world, and efforts are being made to protect them from habitat loss, poaching, and other threats. Threats to tigers. Tigers are facing numerous threats to their survival, and many of these threats are the result of human activities. Here are some of the main threats to tigers, like habitat loss, poaching, human-tiger conflict, climate change and inbreeding. Habitat loss. One of the biggest threats to tigers is habitat loss. Human activities such as deforestation, urbanization, and agriculture are destroying large areas of tiger habitat, leaving them with less space to hunt, mate, and raise their young. Poaching. Tigers are often targeted by poachers for their skin, bones, and other body parts, which are highly valued in traditional medicine and as luxury goods. Poaching is a major threat to tiger populations, and it is estimated that hundreds of tigers are killed each year for the illegal wildlife trade. Human-tiger conflict. As human populations expand into tiger habitat, there is an increasing risk of human-tiger conflict. Tigers may attack livestock or even people, leading to retaliatory killings by humans. This can create a cycle of conflict and violence that threatens both tigers and people. Climate change. Climate change is also a threat to tigers, as it can alter their habitat and disrupt their prey populations. Rising temperatures and changing weather patterns can also affect the availability of water sources, which tigers rely on for survival. Inbreeding. As tiger populations become fragmented and isolated, inbreeding can become a problem, leading to reduced genetic diversity and weakened immune systems. This can make tigers more vulnerable to disease and other threats. To address these threats, there have been efforts to protect tiger populations and their habitats. Conservation organizations are working with local communities to promote sustainable land use practices and prevent poaching. Governments are establishing protected areas and increasing penalties for poaching, and many zoos and breeding centers are working to breed tigers in captivity and release them back into the wild. Despite these efforts, tigers remain under threat, and it will take ongoing commitment and collaboration to ensure their survival for generations to come. Conservation efforts. Conservation efforts for tigers have been underway for decades, and there have been many successes in protecting tiger populations and their habitats. Here are some of the main conservation efforts for tigers. Protected areas. One of the most important conservation efforts for tigers is the establishment of protected areas, such as national parks and wildlife reserves. These areas provide vital habitat for tigers and other wildlife, and they help to prevent habitat loss and fragmentation. Protected areas also serve as important corridors for tiger movement and migration, allowing populations to interbreed and maintain genetic diversity. Anti-poaching measures. Poaching is a major threat to tigers, and many conservation organizations are working to prevent it. This includes increasing penalties for poachers, improving law enforcement, and providing incentives for local communities to protect tigers and their habitats. Some organizations are also using technology, such as drones and camera traps, to monitor tiger populations and deter poaching. Community engagement. Conservation efforts for tigers are most effective when they involve local communities. Many conservation organizations are working with local people to promote sustainable land use practices, such as agroforestry and ecotourism, that can provide livelihoods while also protecting tiger habitats. Education and awareness programs are also helping to build support for tiger conservation among local communities. Reintroduction and breeding programs. Many zoos and breeding centers are working to breed tigers in captivity and release them back into the wild. These programs help to boost wild tiger populations and maintain genetic diversity. Some organizations are also working to reintroduce tigers to areas where they have been extirpated, such as parts of China and Cambodia. Global collaboration. Conservation efforts for tigers require global collaboration, as tigers are found in many countries and their survival depends on cooperation between governments, conservation organizations, and local communities. The Global Tiger Forum, an intergovernmental organization, is working to coordinate tiger conservation efforts across Asia, and many other organizations are working to build partnerships and share best practices for tiger conservation. Despite these efforts, tigers continue to face many threats, and their survival remains uncertain. However, by working together and continuing to invest in tiger conservation, we can help ensure that these magnificent animals continue to be a part of our planet's rich biodiversity. In conclusion, tigers are magnificent animals that are facing numerous threats to their survival. However, by taking action to protect their habitats, crack down on poaching, and increase tiger populations, we can help ensure that these iconic animals continue to roam the earth for generations to come. It is important that we all do our part to protect tigers and the ecosystems in which they live. That's it for now, and thank you for watching. And if you liked our video, please give a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos.